everyone. Today I am going to tell you the next episode of Mahabharata series. And the name of the story is Subhadra Harana. So let me begin. So Rishi Vaishampan continued his narration about the third Pandav Arjun and his journey in his exile. So he began. After taking farewell from Chitrangada, Arjun went to Gokarna. Gokarna was the first place of Lord Shiva and it was a very famous place. Arjun paid his heartfelt prayer to Lord Shiva. Then he heard that it is said anybody who would have a glimpse of this place, his sin would be washed out. After giving his prayer, he went to Prabhas. That is another Tirtha place. By that time, Lord Krishna heard the news of Arjun in Prabhas, so he went there. They met and they embraced each other happily. They spent their time very happily. In the conversation, means while they were talking, at that time Krishna asked, "O Arjun, what for you are roaming around the earth?" Then Arjun told him everything what had happened in Indraprastha. Krishna said that, Krishna praised after listening his decision. He praised him very much. Few days they spent there. Then Krishna asked him to join with him for Raivataka mountain. Arjun immediately agreed and they both went to Raivataka mountain. It was a beautiful place. And before they reached there, at the command of Krishna, all the skilled men, they just decorated the whole place of Raivataka mountain, like the mansions, the gardens, the other houses, the streets, everything was decorated very nicely. Arjun felt very happy and they stayed there for few days and spent their time enjoying everything. Like they enjoyed the performance of the actors, the dancers and the songs sang by the singers, all the musical instruments, everything. They spent their time very happily. Then Arjun was gossiping at that time. He slept in a very, very beautiful, luxurious bed. When he got up in the morning, Krishna asked him to go to Dwarika with him. And Arjun also became very happy because he wanted to go to Dwarika, he heard about Dwarika so much, so he wished to go there. Then both Krishna and Arjun started their journey to Dwarika in Krishna's golden chariot. Here the news of coming came to here, the news of Arjun's visiting to Dwarika, the people, the citizens of Dwarika became very happy. So they just prepared a grand reception. Like everywhere, the mansions, the houses, the gardens and the other things, they were nicely decorated, and the citizens, they adorned themselves with heavy ornaments. They ran to the street, the royal street, to see Arjun and Krishna together. They also, when they reached there, they also showered the flowers upon them. That was a grand reception for Arjun. Everybody became very happy. Arjun paid his respect to the elders and embraced the youngers. After a while, Krishna took Arjun to his palace, royal palace, and Arjun became speechless when he saw the luxurious, incomparable palace of Lord Krishna. It was so beautiful, and everywhere, the precious gemstones, the diamond, ruby, emerald, everything was used in that house. He became he was very happy to see this luxurious house. However, they both spent their time happily. And one day, Krishna said, "Oh Arjun, a grand festival is going to be held in Raivataka after a few days. Let us go there. When the festival will start, let us go there and watch it. We can enjoy there." Arjun agreed, and the festival started after a few days in that Raivataka mountain. So there, all the Vrishnis, the Andhakas, the Bhojas, whoever were staying in Dwarika, they went to Raivataka mountain to enjoy the festival. And hundreds of affluent, rich fellows, they were also giving a heavy amount of wealth to the Brahmins. The ceremony was going on there very beautifully. Everybody enjoyed. As I told you, the Andhakas, the Bhojas, the Vrishnis, the leaders of each group, they went there and they enjoyed the festival. Even Balaram went there with his wife Raivataka. Krishna and Arjun, they went together. There they roamed around the mountain. They saw so many beautiful places. While they were roaming, at that time, Arjun's eyes were stuck somewhere. Krishna looked at him, and as usual, he was very crafty. He knew where Arjun was looking, but still then, out of fun, he asked, "Oh Arjun, what has happened? Your eyes are stuck somewhere, and I can't believe that a man who is roaming around the earth, how can his eyes be fixed in one place?" Then Arjun just silently pointed his finger towards a girl, towards a maiden. Krishna looked at her and he smiled. He said, "Oh Arjun, do you know who is she?" Arjun said, "I don't know." Now, well, she is sister of Balaram and mine. Then Arjun was surprised and he said, "Oh Lord, oh friend, if I can marry her, I want to marry her, and if I can marry her, then what is the best thing for me in this world?" Then Krishna said, "You can marry her, but remember one thing." Arjun again asked, "How can I marry her?" Then Krishna said, "Oh Arjun, Swayamvar is the form of marriage for Kshatriyas. But if one forcibly take away a girl for the purpose of marriage, then it is praiseworthy. Praiseworthy for the Kshatriyas. You can do that. Because my sister Subhadra, she is unpredictable. She is a little bit short-tempered. And who knows what she will do in the Swayamvar. Otherwise, you can do that." Then Arjun, getting permission from Lord Krishna, he started his preparation to take Subhadra forcibly. Here Subhadra with her handmaidens and her friends, she was surrounded by them, and she also went to Raivataka mountain to offer her prayer and to pay homage to the Brahmins. While everything she finished, that time she was coming back to Dwarika. At that time, Arjun went in the golden chariot of Lord Krishna and forcibly took her upon his chariot and moved towards Indraprastha. And the people of Vrishnis and Bhojas and Andhakas, they shouted, "Our princess is kidnapped, our princess is forcibly taken by path." Everybody drank wine to enjoy the festival. So when Balaram heard this, he immediately, and everybody's eyes were also, eyes became red because of wine. So when Balaram heard this, he immediately said, "What? Subhadra was kidnapped? How can Arjun, how can he do it? We gave him a grand reception, and he was such a, from a high race, how can he do it? How can he do it?" At that time, the other Vrishnis, they just shouted. Someone said, "Bring our armor." Someone said, "Bring our sword, our mace, and bow and arrow." Like this, they started shouting. And it seemed, their noise seemed as if the uproar of ocean. They just started to attack Arjun. And again, at that time, again Balaram said, "Oh Krishna, how can a man of very high family after break the plate after dying off? He is a wretched fellow." Then everybody got more angry, and they started going towards Arjun to attack him. And immediately Balaram said, "What for all of you are shouting, screaming? Look at Krishna." And he asked Krishna, "Oh Krishna, what for you are silent, and where you are gazing at? You are not saying anything." Then Krishna smiled and he said, "Oh brother, I think Arjun is the fittest candidate for Subhadra. You know what? Arjun is from a high noble family, Bharat race. And he was the best archer. He knows the Shastra, Vedas and Vedangas, everything. And he is excellent in science of arms. He is an expert in archery. And what do you think? Do you think anyone can defeat Arjun? If your people will go there, they will only get humiliation by being defeated by Arjun. So I think better we should agree that Subhadra should marry to Arjun, because he is really the best candidate for Subhadra. Then the others, they cooled down and they went to Arjun and asked them to come back to Dwarika. Arjun and Subhadra both came back, and at last the marriage was held between them. 1 year Arjun spent with Krishna, Balaram and Subhadra over there. Then they started their journey to Indraprastha. Probably his 12 years exile was completed. When they reached at Indraprastha, Arjun paid his respect, his homage to all his elders, and at last he went to Draupadi. But Draupadi, being a woman, out of jealousy, she said, "Oh Parth, why you have come to me? Go to that Vrishni girl." Then Arjun asked her forgiveness and comforted her with soft words and told about Subhadra. Then he asked Subhadra to go there. Draupadi also said to Arjun, "Oh Arjun, the second one always relaxes the first one, so you go there to Vrishniga," like in teasing purpose. After his consolation, then Arjun went to Subhadra and asked her to meet to Draupadi. Subhadra went there and paid her. She went with a garb of cowherd woman. There she bowed down her head on Draupadi's feet and said, "Oh sister, accept me as your maid." Very softly she said, and immediately Draupadi hugged her and told, "Oh Subhadra, do not mind for anything. For teasing, I told this thing to Arjun. Both we will stay together happily." This much is the story of Subhadra Harana, and the next episode I will tell you tomorrow. Thank you so much.